Oh, Craven Knyte. How are you going to be able to defend your elite title with that name?
Listen here, Draper. I'm not scared of you, or your methods, or your guys. I'm going to defend my elite championship, bad leg and all.
How's it going?
Stand up when you talk to me.
Hey, what happened last week out there with Randy Reigns?
What do you mean what happened,
You
Randy
almost
Reigns?
let him beat you.
I beat him fair and square in the middle of the ring. And speaking of that, don't you have John Johnson tonight? Weren't you in a tag match with him and Stallion, huh?
Hey, didn't him and Stallion leave you high and dry a couple weeks ago?
Stallion Johnson.
AWF Sunday Shockwave here on the CW Twin Cities. It's DJ Draper, and this is Sepio Saunders taking on the man himself, John Johnson. Wait a second. That's what Sepio gets for not paying attention. And at this time, I am belatedly joined.
Just in time there. I had that beautiful burrito and Big Sep taking it to Big John Johnson.
John Johnson, someone whom I respect very, very much.
Oh.
In there with someone who's big, someone who I know you as a member of the office
Yes.
are very, very high on that being.
The blue chipper himself. I found this man up in the north woods of Canada, brought him down here to the AWF, and he's taking it to Big John Johnson.
Canada, the man's from Minneapolis.
Well, he was in Canada when I found him. Well, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I was trying to make it to Vegas. Somebody said, turn north and keep going till you hit the snow. So I did. And I found Big Sepio Saunders there. They gave him the same directions.
Amazing talent relations you are.
Right.
As we see Sepio Saunders on the outside of the ring. John Johnson chasing after him. Wait a minute, Johnson putting the boots to Big Sep.
Oh, and Sep firing back from the depths. Big forearm on Sep again.
Indeed. Moose Lake, Minnesota, there, there's a, oh my! Putting that spine right into the steel ring post. I was gonna say there's a lot of unsavory figures in this community.
Uh-oh, Johnson setting him up for a pat. Here we go. Oh!
Vicious knife-edge chop to Big Sepio Saunders.
Oh, and Johnson slides into Rob Page and breaks the count.
Great savvy maneuver by John Johnson, the veteran, pushing the rookie with the lower back, the small of the back, that spine connecting with the unforgiving ring apron here. We're at Moose Lake, Minnesota. Johnson, so powerful. Johnson, so intense. Taking
Yes,
it.
Big Sep, so powerful, so intense.
Big Sep ain't doing much of anything right now, though.
Well, he just had the boots taken to him. And here he comes again. Never underestimate Big Sepio Saunders. Straight to the eyes.
Rake to the eye.
And a bootlace for the extra. Unbelievable. Johnson will sink to every depth possible in the AWF to get what he wants.
When you have someone so determined, when you have someone held down so much by the politics of the situation like Johnson has been, by individuals like yourself and Tony DiNucci, wow, what a backbreaker. 1, 2, that's gonna do it.
No way in the world is that gonna pin the Big Sep. Saunders grunting this out against John Johnson right now. Rob Page, check on that. Looks low on the throat, looks like a choke to me. Looks like on our monitors here, John Johnson fish hooking Big Sep. Yeah, it's on a chin lock.
You mean the double lip rip as
Yeah.
perfected by wrestling legend Mad Dog Vachon?
Yes, Mad Dog himself. Hero of yours.
Oh, yeah. I looked up to him growing up.
He looked up to a lot of people, including me, once upon a time.
I'm not sure about that.
I remember the old Parks marks back in the early days.
Oh, yes, indeed. Left elbow!
And a cover by John Johnson.
Amazing you had the internet back in those days and a waist lock applied.
Well, it was 1812, you know. It was a tin can and string, but, you know, I sort of
Yes,
dialed.
back in the days of our territorial legislature here.
Yes, absolutely.
Before statehood was achieved.
Things have changed so far.
Yes. Waist lock applied, reverse bear hug. John Johnson absolutely punishing brute force and strength, taking it to someone else who, as you said, also very strong, also someone very well built. That's Sepio Saunders. Elbowing his way out of the situation, and Johnson just clobbering the man. Johnson setting him in to that turnbuckle. Full head of snake.
Oh, nobody home! Nobody home! Come on, Sepio! The crowd here at Moose Lake right behind the big man.
Here we go. Irish whip into that turnbuckle. Sepio splash connects.
Good Lord, Johnson's on a roll here. He's in trouble now. Follow on, Sepio. You're my man.
Full house of fire. Sepio's got to get it going, though. He's got to connect, and he connects with not one, but two. Sepio splashes. He's setting him up for a bulldog headlock right in the middle of the ring.
This could be all over. Cover him, Sepio.
1, 2, big upset.
Oh, good gravy. How close was that, DJ Draper? How close was that?
I almost had to get my CPA on speed dial.
Woo.
The consequences if
Your CPA, your taxation officer?
Sepio, yeah. Things, we would have had a situation on our hands. Johnson
Oh,
fighting
hang on.
back.
Things have gotten out of control. It looks like Rob Page, they're just striking each other now. That's
Right hands being exchanged.
Rob Page trying to get in the mix here. They're just pummeling away. Oh,
man.
Oh, good gravy. Johnson
Rob
has slowed Page
got
down.
exactly what he deserves.
Is he
right
calling for
there.
the bell?
Wait a minute.
It's a DQ.
No.
Johnson
He can't do that. He can't do that. Who the hell does Rob Page think he is?
He laid the hand on the official,
It doesn't-
Draper. That's a disqualification.
Okay, he's got to man up and take it.
Man up, he's a referee official. You don't touch an official. When did you rule?
John Johnson.
When's the last time you went to the commissioner for the legislature of the rule book?
John Johnson can
You
do
did
whatever
it.
he wants.
Oh, and Sepio then.
That ring.
Oh, Luther's press is all over John Johnson. Unbelievable right now. The crowd is
Luther's
going
press.
buck wild. Oh, Johnson on top. Somebody's got to get in there and stop this.
What are
This
you
is out of
talking
control.
about? Got to get in there,
This
stop
is
it.
out of- Oh, Sammy Savard to the ring.
Sammy
Good
Savard's
gravy.
gonna put a
Pulling
stop to
Sepio
this,
off.
sure.
Backing
Good.
him up, backing him up. It's got to stop here. Oh, he's in between the two behemoths.
What is going on right now?
Somebody ring the bell again. It's out of control here. Oh, they're fighting off still. Savard in between the two. Johnson
Match is
backing
ending
off.
in a disqualification and just assuming that John Johnson's the one who was disqualified.
Oh, he laid his hands on a
unjustly.
referee, Draper. You know the rules.
John Johnson should be able to do. Sepio Saunders, the victor here, as we see Sammy Savard getting in the middle of this one.
Where's the allegiance of Savard lie? We've seen them and Johnson side by side, and now he's sort of protecting Sepio here. What's going on, Draper?
You know, I've tried to have conversations with Sammy Savard, and I've sort of been receiving the cold shoulder from him. I don't know what he's getting involved in this for. John Johnson had the opportunity to pummel and pummel and pummel and perhaps end the career of the blue chipper, Sepio Saunders.
Brother, what did I tell you, man? Don't do it. Your knee's not good.
Parks, I'm cleared. I'm good.
You got
I
the
showed
clearance.
you. I
I
got
know.
the clearance.
I saw the clearance, brother, but really, don't do this.
I'm gonna do
You don't
this.
need to do it, man.
I'm
You're the champion. I know you're the
I'm
champion.
the champion. I have to do this. I'm not gonna argue with you on this. I gotta go out there. I'm gonna do my job.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it, brother. You don't need to. You don't need to.
And we have a treat for you, wrestling fans. That treat not even referencing right now the action we're going to see in the ring. We have a very special guest joining me, DJ Draper, right here at the commentary desk. It's none other than one of my best friends in this profession, Ryan Cruz. Welcome.
You know, it's so great to be appreciated. Thank you, Mr. Draper. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, and I know that deep down, whether they want to admit it or not, these people watching live here in Moose Lake, Minnesota, and those watching at home on the CW Twin Cities, deep down, they appreciate you as well, Ryan.
You know, I like to think that everyone has some sort of an appreciation for me. That's just my last remaining hope for humanity.
Especially with all that's going on in this world, that's something that they need to realize, these people, these common folk, these citizens, that they need to appreciate talent like you, and I'm so glad that you're joining me right now.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. You know, these fans here seem to maybe not make the connection here that brains is not something that Craven Knyte brought to the table tonight. He's limping on that leg. He limped all the way down the entranceway in the ring. Daivari is going for that leg right away. I don't think this is very smart.
A moron indeed. Our elite division champion in the American Wrestling Federation, the Extreme Assassin, Craven Knyte. He has to have a damaged ACL, if not MCL. I'm not really up on the various parts that compose a knee in its entirety, the tendons and ligaments. However, the damage done to Craven Knyte over the last several weeks, I just don't know what the man's thinking.
He's clearly not thinking, but you know, I'm definitely one to give credit where credit's due. You're a fantastic commentator, but you know, I can't help but just applaud a little bit for Craven Knight's intestinal fortitude, but I think his dumbness definitely outweighs how much he wants to defend his title and show up for these fans that don't even know what they're talking about.
Absolutely right, Ryan Cruz. You have someone so courageous, someone with so much hunger to do everything he can to be successful in this business, and he's not just getting in there with any loser. He's getting in there with a former AWF heavyweight champion, that being Sheik Daivari.
Sheik Daivari and I, we have had our wars, we've had our battles. I know what he brings to the table, and I can't imagine a more dangerous opponent to be in there with a hurt limb than Daivari.
And you have to realize all that Craven Knyte has on the line. This is more than just one match. While this is a non-title match, a knee injury can set you back 12 months, 18 months, perhaps if the damage is bad enough, end your career. Again, what is this guy thinking?
Well, you know, he can't be thinking too clearly here, and we've seen here in the opening minute here or so of this contest, Arya keeps going for a shoot-in on that left leg. And Craven, you know, to his credit, has sprawled out and avoided it, but Arya looks to be in control here, knocking him on his back, flat down.
Craven Knyte, nice arm drag, and another. I'm not sure that was the best thing to do, because he had to put all that weight on his leg, and he went for a leapfrog when you got a bum leg. Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Miscalculation.
And that's the thing about it. Generally, when you're going for that kind of a move, you're going for the midsection. Arya was going low, and that's the only reason why he missed.
I hate to cut you off, but Craven Knyte going to the top rope to the outside with that suicide dive. Wow.
At what price, though, DJ Draper? At what price?
Look at Craven Knyte. Barely any mobility left in the man as he connects with that forearm. Wow, Craven Knyte coming straight from the Bronx, New York. I know the school system there isn't the best, but judgment, decision-making, critical thinking, obviously things not taught to Craven Knyte in his upbringing.
Absolutely not. Taking big, high risks. The risk-reward there, definitely not.
Oh, wow.
Did you see the torque on that? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable indeed. Daivari not making any friends here with these people in Moose Lake, Minnesota, but I don't think it matters to him as he drops that elbow again and again onto that knee. Look at Craven Knyte. Look at Craven Knyte, the Extreme Assassin, scream in pain. Look at him unleash that agony.
Absolutely. The only assassination we're seeing right now is Arya going to work on that knee, on that damaged ACL. It was only a matter of time.
Craven Knyte did not need to compete tonight. Craven Knyte did not need to appear on this episode of Sunday Shockwave. There will be many more opportunities for him down the line, but at this pace, I'm not so sure that is any longer an accurate statement.
Absolutely, an ACL is an injury that can shorten careers, not just by months, but by years, if not end it flat out. This is definitely not smart. Arya Daivari taking advantage of a weakened opponent, that's for sure.
Craven Knyte doing his darndest to fight out. Look at him. Oh, he kicks out of it. Wow. Craven Knyte, finally, the first smart thing he's done all contest is going to the outside for a breather.
Absolutely.
Taking a break.
Getting as much distance between him and Arya as possible.
He's not taking a break. He just lured Arya Daivari in for that sub-op kick. Look at him. Senton elbow. Craven Knyte again.
But he can't make that cover as fast because of the winced leg.
Craven Knyte has so many of these signature high-impact maneuvers, but every time he goes for one of them, it just wears down that knee even more.
Absolutely, he's an explosive wrestler by all means, and you said it right there. It's just the impact on that limb is just causing problems for him right now.
Even an Irish whip, you can tell how big of a struggle that was. As simple of a maneuver. Runs in with that shoulder, setting him up for a butterfly suplex perhaps. Wait a second. Daivari changes course. Daivari with that change of direction.
Absolutely, seeing his opening and going for it. That's what makes him so great inside that wrestling ring.
Said it before. Wait a second. Arya Daivari running into that elbow, and now Craven Knyte again going for another aerial maneuver. Stupid move. Stupid miscalculation from Craven Knyte, and look at him. Dangling over that middle rope strand.
Wow, what damage that had to have caused. Smart move by Arya Daivari, staying on top of that leg. Just brilliant work here,
This
brilliant.
makes me angry. This really teased me off. Craven Knyte had the opportunity to listen to me. He had the opportunity to take my advice, and look at what is happening to him right now.
What goes around comes around, Mr. Draper. What goes around comes around.
Oh, I know I shouldn't take it so personally. We have someone in there, Arya Daivari, just punishing Craven Knyte. And I love what I'm seeing right now. Awesome right hand connecting. Craven Knyte crawling like a baby. He's helpless. I love it.
Arya just picking him apart right now, piece by piece.
Let's see. Does he go for an Indian deathlock? Does he go for a Boston Crab? Does he go for a figure four leg
Figure
lock?
four,
Yes.
right
Craven
in the center of the ring.
You know what? I've ripped all match on Craven Knyte for the terrible decision-making he's had. The best decision he could have right now is to tap the canvas 3 or 4 consecutive times and call it a night and live to fight another day.
Absolutely, like you said, it's a non-title match. He's not going to lose anything, but he's too stupid enough to realize that. He's just not smart enough to realize, fight another day, Craven, fight another day. Instead, he's listening to these fans get behind him. It's not smart.
I don't even know if it's as much about the winner's share of the purse as Craven Knyte somehow gets to that the bottom rope strand at that time. Referee Rob Page down, checking on Craven Knyte. He asks him, have you had enough? Do you want to finally walk out of here? The loser you are. Or maybe that was a bit of my editorializing. I'm not sure if Page actually.
No, you know, free speech. It's our right. Oh wow!
Arya Daivari. Oh man, he got up good 8-9 feet in the air there and just drove that knee into Craven Knight's own knee. Again, the agony. I don't know if there's enough ice in the locker room. I don't know if there's enough ice at all the gas stations in this whole of a town in order to stop the swelling. That is sure to happen right when Craven Knyte gets out of this ring. All of that punishment. And this crowd now silent.
Yep, absolutely. They've been deadened with Arya's offense here. But Craven's still fighting. He's still got fight, amazingly enough.
Craven Knyte, Irish whip. And he goes for that roaring elbow. And both men collide in the middle of the ring. This could be a game changer, but changing in what manner?
Absolutely, that's an equalizer there, head to head. We don't know who got the worst of it. Both men are down, that's all we can see right now.
Referee Rob Page counting to 10. Again, Craven Knyte, another opportunity. He does not need to get up. We don't have a standing 8 count here in the AWF. This isn't amateur or pro boxing. Just laid down Craven.
It's just instinct now. That's all it's got to be for Craven. Instinct and sheer stupidity at this point.
Nothing between those ears of that young man.
Absolutely. You can see the sunshine through those ears.
Both men exchanging right hands. Arya Daivari's are more impactful, but wait, maybe not. Even a right hand, you don't think, oh, right hand shot would affect the knee, the lower extremities. However, Arya Daivari whipping him into the ropes, reversal from Craven Knyte, and Knight connects with the clothesline. A spin wheel kick. What was he thinking there?
I have no idea, but he is firing on all cylinders, all the cylinders he has left right now.
Drop kick in the middle of the ring. He had to wait for Arya Daivari to rebound entirely into him. Craven Knyte calling for it. He's not going to go for the set-out clothesline right now. No way!
Hits it in the center of the ring. Kick out, Arya.
2, and oh! Daivari kicks out at the count of 2. Let's take another look at that. Off the ropes, connecting with that sit-out clothesline. He positioned Arya Daivari in a matter where only one pace was needed off of his rebound off the ropes in order to connect there. And Knight calling for his signature maneuver, the Knights Out.
He's got to stay on top of Arya here. He's letting way too much time go by. He is not thinking clearly right now.
Daivari back to his feet. Wait a second, roll up. And a super kick connects. The super kick has connected.
That's gotta be
Daivari. This is gonna do it. 1, 2. No way. Craven Knyte has had everything thrown at him during this contest, including that signature super kick, and he still kicked out. Cruz, I don't know what to make of this.
Arya's just got to be frustrated at this point. I don't know, honestly, how Craven is still kicking out, how he's still fighting right now.
Going for the discus punch.
Wow!
And the spine buster. That's one of Arya Daivari's own signature maneuvers. 1, 2, 3. Oh, count of 2. And I'm starting to have heart palpitations.
Are you going to be okay? Do I need to make a call?
You might need to have someone on standby. This is a lot.
Well, I don't know anyone in Moose Lake here worth calling, so we might have to, it might take a little
The
while.
only doctors might be at MSOP. I don't know if I want to call them.
Ooh, dangerous.
Backed into the ropes. Craven Knyte setting him for the ride. That Irish whip ducks the elbow. And another super kick, that time right to the bum knee.
Brilliant. Brilliant move on the part of Arya Daivari.
Said it before, Arya Daivari, the youngest ever bona fide ring general. Wait a second, roll up. 1, 2. Oh, almost snuck away with one there.
Oh.
And another roaring elbow.
Wow.
Daivari's got to follow up. Go for the cover, Daivari.
He
Come on.
connected for sure.
You know dang well if Daivari pins him here in this non-title match, he's going to get a title opportunity down the line. And here we've seen this one before.
Absolutely seen this before.
Magic about to happen, the magic carpet ride from Sheik Arya Daivari from the top rope. And he crashes down onto the canvas.
Well, that's about enough of that.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Ryan Cruz, my broadcast colleague, has left the desk. He has left the desk. Wait a second. Distracted. 2, 3. That's it. That is it. Distracted. Distracted is Craven Knyte, and a roll-up taking place.